Boom! Island Diary.
A TRU-MON Motivation Academy. What wicked people do don't bother me. Whoa, Motivation Academy. What wicked people do don't, you don't know. Righteousness. Alright, go. Ready for revolute. Wicked people is gonna be execute. Nah, use no knife, no gun, nah go shoot. Righteousness make wicked man speak the truth. Again, ready for revolute. Wicked people is gonna be execute. Nah, use no knife, no gun, nah go shoot. Righteousness make wicked man speak the truth. Again, if there is equal rights and justice, I'm fighting for it. I will not surrender, neither will I quit. Even if them toss me down in the bottomless pit, I'm gonna find me a way to climb out of it. Cause I ain't gonna sit and let you treat me like use me, abuse me, flush me in a toilet. That's why I write a song about it. Cause I just will not stand for it. Again, ready for revolute. Wicked people is gonna be executed. Nah use no knife, no gun, nah go shoot. Righteousness make wicked man speak the truth. Again, ready for revolute. Wicked people is gonna be executed. Nah use no knife, no gun, nah go shoot. Righteousness make wicked man speak the truth. Because the more you live, the more you learn. The harder you work is the more you earn. The more you earn, the more you keep. If you are strong, please help the weak. Unity we need to make the thing right. So we cannot get up every day, argue and fight. That will only prove to them that we can't unite. And I'm not gonna give up the fight. That's why we ready for revolute. Wicked people is gonna be executed. Now use no knife, no gun, now go shoot. Righteousness make wicked man speak the truth. Again, I'm ready for revolute. Wicked man get executed. Won't use no knife, no gun, me now go shoot. Righteousness, we say they gotta fade away. They gotta fade away. They gotta fade away. Won't live to see another day. Gotta fade away. Wicked man gotta fade away. You're not gonna live to see another day. Not gonna see another day. What the man say? Well, the rich get richer every day, while the poor man suffer every day and slave. Now stop work until they get in grave. Like a caveman with a copy in a cave. In a Babylon, you're gonna be bold and brave, or forever you're gonna be a wicked man slave.
Boom! Live and direct, Janik, aka TRU-MON, your host for the next hour or so. Hold on, let me shut the music down for now. Teacher D, yeah man. That this is Teacher D. Motivation Academy. Okay, so yeah, so my observation in this matrix. This is why I'm back here again tonight. My observation in this matrix, exactly. Hold on, let me just put on the window. Okay, I'm there. Perfect. So yeah, the first thing I observe, honestly, and I think anyone with pretty much semi consciousness can observe, is that we don't observe. You know, that's the basic. The biggest observation that I can make is that we don't observe. I have people like me with the same organ, like constituted the same. I have beings around me that do not observe. We look, but we don't observe. Don't just see, observe. You know, observation is what also will connect us together. Because if you observe, you will see people like you around you, and you'll want to connect with them. You know, that's why that's what brings me here. Is one day I observed that I had a computer. I asked myself, what can I do with this? You know, internet, what can I do with it? I can certainly connect with the world. Yeah. So that's what I decided to do. But, you know, you need to observe, because once you start observing, also what it will do, you will start questioning. You will start questioning what you observe. That's the purpose of observing. And observing is also listening. No, you can observe with your ears. It's not only observation is not only with the eyes, it's with the heart, with the ears. Those are very important to observe from there. If you observe people around you from the heart, the connection is much easier. When there's a heart skull connection, a heart skull vibe, when there's a heart skull vibe, it's easy to connect, for sure. But I think that's the basic things we have to learn is really to observe. If I observe, I get out my house, I see roads. Everyone sees roads. It's the basic stuff. Look, I'm talking about basic stuff all the time because that's what we have to learn, the basics. We don't even observe. If I would have observed, I would have noticed the sun moving in the sky. Like many of time, I was told also in songs and stuff like that, you get the clues, and even those you don't, because you don't observe, you don't even notice the clues, the stuff that the truth in between the lines. If you don't observe, you won't be able to read in between the lines, and that's where the truth is, in between the lines. Boom. So observing is observing the words also. There's so much to observe. Today, I tell myself, other than when I'm here on YouTube, all I do is observe. All I do is observe. I comment sometimes, but most of the time I don't talk too much. Other than here. Here I'm very vocal. Of course, if I meet you in real life, out in real life. I don't like to say this because this is real life for me. It's real. It's as real as it can get. I'm here, live and direct. So I don't like to say in real life. If I meet you live and direct, yeah, live and direct, it's the vibe won't be different. It's the same energy, the same. The energy we have is the energy we have. I don't think we should live with a mask, but that's what society again encourage you to live with a mask and not show your true colors. Me, I'm here to open up like a mandala. Yeah, like a flower. Like I told you, I think it's today I was talking about flowers. How flowers open up, and flowers, you don't need to raise your voice, raise your words. Observe the words, go get me. That's what I do anyway. That's why I have Rosin with me every Sunday. It's to learn. That guy, I learned so much with him. Like, he gave me also the motivation to learn. Like, that's what we give to each other. Once we start connecting together, we're gonna inspire each other. I had a quote here before on connection, on observation. It's funny. It's funny how in this journey of life, even though we may begin at different times and places, our paths cross with others so that we may share our love, compassion, observations, and hope. This is a design of the divine that I appreciate, love, and cherish. I change a few words now because it doesn't fit my thing, but yeah, that's it. That's what observation is such a powerful inspiration. That's where you will be inspired. Also, if you start observing, you will be very much inspired. Like, I don't know what stop people from. And again, it's not only looking with your eyes. It's having a deep look with your heart, and especially the heart. That's what we need more. We need, and that's what you need to put on fire to feel alive. So. Large up, Mandy. Rosen. My wife calls him like that too, Rosling. Before I tell her it's Rosen, she was like, "Oh yeah, Roslyn." No, I said, "Kim, it's Rosen." No, big, large up Rosen every time for sure. I learn a lot with him, Jay, for sure. I'm gonna be with him again tomorrow, unless something happened. But on my side, it's all good. On this side, should be all good too. But yeah, observation. That's it. Observe. What I'm telling you, I'm not coming here also at. I don't think I ever did that. Coming here to define you the reality, to give you a definition of reality, or me. I'm telling you, you have to feel it. Even the truth is the whole beauty within you. You got to feel that stuff. The observation will make you feel a lot deeper also. Like if you start observing, like I said, just go out. What do you observe if you go out your house? First of all, I observe I live in a house. So I observe also a lot. That's it. But that living in a house is also my body. You know, at one point I said, okay, is that the only place where I should live in this house, or I should live within myself? Like we live outside of ourselves a lot. We project outside a lot. Shouldn't we live within ourselves? In our house? Like, this is the kind of stuff that I observe and question all the time that brings me to greater reasoning, or maybe greater, not sense of reality, because reality is observing things for what they are. Also, observation is seeing things as they are. If you observe a bird, you see the bird as the bird. If you observe the sun, you should see the sun as the sun. If you observe all the even that the stars, sometime and before I was wondering, I'm like, people certainly do not observe, because the first time I lay my eyes on the telescope and look at the stars, I realized I got fooled there too. That it wasn't what I got told. But people do not observe, because I'm not the only one that own a telescope. They're cheap. You can buy them anywhere. Canadian Tire, everything. So what? People do not look in there. They don't, like, they look, but they don't observe, because they would see that it's entirely different than what we've been told in school or the government or anything. So just that is a big. It's a fact. Come on, and many people would have come forward before and say something. Like, I don't know. I can't imagine that all these people would have stayed deep asleep, not observing. Like, there's certainly some people somewhere that observe with their devices and stuff, cameras or something. I don't know. Like I say, it's that's what will bring you also a sense of aliveness. Observing nature first of all. Like I say, you go out your house, you have roads, and what do you have on the roads? You have signs. You have signs on the road. So maybe life is one big road with lots of signs. Who said that? I think Bob said that in one of his songs. Yeah, life is one big road with lots of signs, and that's what it is. But if we would observe, like, we go out again, we project a lot outside because we go on the road. We pay attention to the road, to the sign on the road. Like, if I don't pay attention to the sign, I'll end up somewhere else than on the road, probably. Or I'll be speeding, or, I'll be probably, yeah, something will happen. So we got to pay attention to the sign. We pay attention when we're in our vehicle. The vehicle, again, outside of ourselves, which is our car. We go on the road, then we see signs. But when you have your vehicle, yourself, your body, and you go on the road of life, you have signs also. If you observe, you're going to see them. And those signs are going to inspire you so much. Like, that's divine powers that I'm talking about. And it's profound. And it's worth it to explore. Come on. That's a one-time deal here. I don't know why we wait and procrastinate so much with our with all our senses, because again, observation is probably the observation. I don't know if it comes from the third eye or something like that. Me, a third eye, I don't know about these stuff. I have two eyes on the front of my head, and that's the one I use to look. But I use my brain to reflect. Like, I know that the reflection come from there. But even those things, third eye and stuff, not that I deny it and say it's complete nonsense, but it's not stuff I can put my eyes on the plate. I cannot put the third eye on the plate. Like, maybe if I dissect my brain or something like that, I can probably put the pineal gland or something. But again, it's a gland. It's not an eye. It's not an eye that you see. But again, maybe that is very important. But I'm not into things like that too much. I'm very down to earth. I have my 2 feet. I dig my 2 feet in the ground, and like, I go with what I can. Yeah, what can I feel and experience? And I feel my two eyes. I feel my two ears. My tongue, especially, and the tongue is such a powerful weapon. It can be a weapon of destruction and construction. It depends. I observe as witness and unjudged. That's it. Many numpties. That's it. Many that talk and never walk it. That's it. Folks that lie and let down so much time, happier I read them, folks. That's it. But this is what I was talking a bit earlier today. It's like if you observe all the protests that's happening now. Apparently, there's protests in France, or I don't know what's going on too much. I'm not on the news. I don't watch their news and nonsense. I've decided to focus on something else in my life. I decided to start observing, but I don't think TV watching is observing. That's what I mean. I don't think TV watching is really observing. So yeah, but that's what the people that do protests and stuff. Very often we become very loud. This is the thing with us, and they know that the people that have engineered this nonsense of Babylon, they know that the moment we are like together, like in masses, we become more brave, like we become more loud. But the moment we end up alone, like this on YouTube, most people do not do what I do because they don't have the strength to do it. First of all, the strength, maybe the confidence, but I think it's just a matter of strength of making. It's how you've built inside, and if you're insecure or not doing it, then me, I'm very comfortable here. Obviously, I've made myself comfortable. I pushed myself to an extent that I was doing it so much that I became comfortable with it. But anyway, I think all these protests, that's what it does. It's people become very loud when they're together. When they're a bunch of people, they will be loud, but put them alone and they're silent. So, and this is what is one of the main problems is our silence. We have a voice. We have a. That's what I observe. People are silent. Very brave when they're a bunch of people together, but put them alone and the hive bravado goes away, and that's it. And they vanish like a leaf in the wind. That's what most of us are here, just leaf in the wind. Whether you want to see it or not, I was just a leaf in the wind. I was feeling like just a leaf in the wind before, not even knowing I didn't even know I was a leaf in the wind. That goes so deep. Today I know. Today I know that I don't know. And that's so precious as also, that's one observation that we should make is looking at ourselves and what we think we know. Because we don't know too much. We seek to know, but I don't know. Me, I seek more within, and I think this is where the great the observation should be from within also. It's not just something you observe with your heart. That's the inner part. That the heart will guide you. Like if I would listen just to my brain and yeah, I listen to my brain to come here for sure, but I mean there's something greater pushing me. But I have a deep desire to stay alive also, and I have the strength to do this, and I have like it. I'm born for this shit. I'm born for this shit. I am not afraid. I'm born for this, and I know we all have a calling. We all have something to offer. I think my stuff is speaking and uplifting. It's all about staying uplifting, uplifted. If you and if you observe, that's what will happen. Also, uh, that will inspire you, and inspiration can save your life. Can save your life from being depressed and all that nonsense and being isolated. You don't want to live an isolated life. You want to connect with the world. I know I'm not gonna connect with the whole world here, but at least in my heart, I feel like I'm connecting with the world. So that's enough for me. I mean, who gonna pick up the vibe and watch it? And very relevant for me. It's not the size of your audience. That's what I started to realize one day. The size of the audience doesn't matter at all. It's what you do each and every day that matters. And especially what you do when people are not observing or looking. That's even more important. But that's up to us, each and every one of us, to find our personal mastery, to find our connection to our hearts, like I said. And once this is done, I don't think anybody can start to crumble and finish in pieces here. You will put back the puzzle together, and you will it will be, let's figure this out. Once you become more observant, you will have more capability or feeling to make it happen and everything for sure. No? Like the connection is good to be connected with others for sure, but connect to your heart. That's it's we're all good hearted people, but like I say often, the valves are shut. The valves are shut, and it's twisted and manic for some. So also in witnessing, one much have much empathy and compassion. That's what will arise from that, a great sense of empathy and compassion. If you observe, you will not judge people. Like most people that go on YouTube and judge others and for their action or what they do, they are not great observer, because if you start observing first of all your own madness, then you will realize that many people are stuck in there. Like we're all, if you start to observe, you will look that we're all deeply compromised. That's another realization you will make. So if we're all deeply compromised, what's the point of judging one another or assessing? Like, I'm not here to judge what's good or bad. I am never gonna do this. I'm here to do what's right. I'm here to do what's right. It's not up to me to judge. I'm not. I've never been really judgmental, but I used to have a, like at the beginning of my self-realization here, I used to be angry a bit, angry, angry at people that weren't catching the basic. Like the basic is so easy to see, and the basic stuff to realize here. And once you just, like I said, with semi-consciousness, you will start realizing these stuff. So if you are confronted with people that don't get it, sometimes it can irritate you. I used to be irritated. Today, no. Today I show compassion, and sorry, I don't try to lecture people and make them feel low and an outcast, or no. It's about unity. It's about it's and people, like I say, they have good art. It's not because the heart is very twisted sometimes, and the valves are shut. So we have to open the heart, open the mind. I think it's open the heart first. Target the heart first, because the mind's been conditioned, and it's gonna take a while to undo that conditioning. But the heart, I think, is very powerful. I feel that stuff. I feel that stuff. Why? Because I feel my heart also. I feel it beating. If I'm nervous, it's gonna race faster. Like it's talking to you, your heart. Your heart has a potential to either calm you down or make you very stressed. But I think you have the power to control this a bit, because stress is self-induced. Mostly stress is self-induced, so you have the potential to control this. But again, depends where your priorities are in life. If your priorities is on judging others and go on out there and judge other instead of doing your own thing and raising your own vibe and start observing, and but that's what you will do. Like I cannot hold you back from doing what you want to do, but I just say be wise, observe, shut them out a bit. Shut them out. Stop. Watch your mouth. No, don't shut it. Watch your mouth. When you start to observing, how many times your parents told you that? Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. I heard that often. Not from my mother, because she's French. She was saying, watch your mouth. But I heard it a lot from Kim's mother, or stuff like that. The people around. But watch your mouth for a reason. Watch what's coming out of your mouth. If you observe, you will also observe the words that come out of your mouth. You will want to speak more in a positive way. I don't come here to talk to you about Babylon and their madness and nonsense and negativity. That's very low vibe. Flat earth and all this. I'm done with that stuff. It's low vibe. It's low vibration. I'm here for personal mastery and strength and power and inner comment on dit ça? Inner satisfaction. And that's important to me. I want to sleep at night. I want to sleep at night. If I'm not being true to myself, I don't sleep good. So I want to sleep at night. Response less than reacting. That's it. We're very reactive, and instead of observing, and that's it. If you start observing, you will be a lot more compassionate, and respond more than reacting. Yeah, respond. Respond. We have to respond. But that's what you said. Respond. Yeah. Oh, I understood what you meant. We have to respond, not react. But that's all we do because we're too. Because all we do is we look, we see, but we don't. Again, this uh, can liberate you from such a tyranny that going on in this world to capture your soul. Your soul wants to be captured for sure. But the moment you say no, it's over. The moment you say no to nonsense, and that's what you have to say, it will be a big yes to higher and divine for sure. Like I said, you will change your road, you will change your destination. But the destination, I mean, is there really a destination other than the end result here? That's depth. I mean, destination. Where am I gonna go? I'm going on Earth. I'm on Earth. I mean, maybe the destination within myself, yeah. But I don't. I think it's a constant journey, and I prefer to keep it fresh and brand new every day. Like if I say there's a certain destination, there is some kind of destiny, but I think it's coming to meet you. So it's gonna come to meet you according to the action you take. So if that's it. So with the action I'm taking, I'm the boss of the action I take tomorrow. Now, at every time, that's where I put my attention. Observation comes attention also. That's one power we have where we put our attention to. No, we're so distracted. So distracted. Oh, oh it takes practice to respond. To be a man or woman of wisdom, which is someone to me that observe, have a great faculty of observation, but great, not faculty, I don't like that word, great, great power to observe and exude that power. Exude that power. That's the thing. We all have the power to observe. We all have two eyes, a brain, and come on, we have senses. But that's the thing. We're very desensitized. Again, if you observe, you will see the people of the earth very desensitized, very off uh, their nature, their natural state. That's what I see. Because again, we should talk in between neighbors and stuff. Well, we don't even talk in between neighbors. You probably, and that's where it starts. If you want to change the world, better start talking to your neighbor. Like even me, I try to be the most lovey guy possible, but sometimes it's hard because not lovey, but the connection. Sometimes you have a desire to connect, but their connection to themselves is broken, and you try to connect with someone that doesn't even have a connection with themselves. So that's where here it's easy to connect because you're all connected to yourself. If you can have the courage to come and hear me talk here, show after show, and come on, you're connected. So now it's just a consistent work we have to apply into our life and to stay focused because we have all kinds of distractions around. I don't think the distractions are gonna go away in this world, but if I give in to the temptation and the distraction, it's finished, game over. TRU-MON is gone. So TRU-MON survival depends on not giving in to distraction and nonsense. Because if me take the decision to just start watching TV and be lazy again with my life, TRU-MON's gone. Merci, bonsoir, fini. Fini! TRU-MON pack ses valises, puis il s'en va. Fait que, tu sais, it's up to me. It's up to you. It's up to each and every one of us. I know where's my enemy. It's me. But I take a conscious decision to not let it stop me and consistently take action. Because I know that's what is the priority. It's much like my priority is not so much what's on TV no more. It's to be on TV. That's my priority. It's not to observe what's on TV, but to be on the TV. That's more better thing. I like it like that better. Like I observed that there was media in this world. I said, "Oh, why hate the media? Why not become the media?" No, I have a great message. I have something great to offer. We all have. Give yourself the chance. Again, if you're not out there doing your thing, working on your on service, because we're here for service. We're here to serve. If you do not serve in one way or another, like praising, you see the praise to higher and divine the way you see it. I see it my way, but I think our perspective on what is praising and serving, especially serving, it's common sense. What is to serve? But the idea, it's not to serve that evil system, is to serve higher and divine. But this is not what we do. We unconsciously, very by unawareness. Again, I don't blame anyone here. I'm not targeting anyone. I'm not judging anyone. It's complete unawareness. Zero unawareness on earth. Zero level of awareness. So you raise those level. Awareness is something that will expand continually, because you can get in touch with new information with yourself more each and every day. So yeah, your sense of awareness will expand. But your consciousness, you're conscious or you're not. I mean, are you here or you're not? Are you listening or you're not? Are you just hearing or you're listening? Are you just seeing or you're observing? This brings consciousness, dude. Don't talk to me about consciousness if you can't open your eyes and observe and listen. Come on. That's why at one point I become a little bit more conscious, and I wanted to connect with others. I said, oh, yeah. And I, again, connect with others, not just the people I do the TRU-MON show with, but with you guys, with all of you here in the chat or off chat, or going to watch it in 2 years from now. Or, it's timeless stuff. This stuff is timeless, and it's very, very precious that we keep that connection. Keep that connection to ourselves. Keep that connection to the world, to the... Yeah. And if you have that sense of aliveness within you, it's going to save you from the boredom, the pain, torture, freaking hellish existence, and that's it. So you deserve it. You deserve a lot. We all deserve a lot. But everyone gets what them deserve. And you reap what you sow. So watch your words, because you will eat them one day. You will probably eat. It's like a tree. I was thinking about that. I look at trees again. That's another observation that I make. Is I see trees around. And sometime to let the fruit fall from the tree, you have to shake the tree. Well, we're all tree of life here. You are a tree, I'm a tree. We're all trees. I see us as trees, growing, branching out, having roots, foundation, this, that. So you're very similar as a tree. You're branching out, reaching out. You're connecting. You have roots. You're strong. All this, you remember me of a tree. But sometimes we need to shake the tree. If you want a fruit to fall, like cherries and stuff, or I know there is some tree, that's what they do for the fruit to fall. They have to shake the tree. And then the apples or whatever, everything fall down. And that's it. And then you can reap the fruit and eat them. So you want to reap the fruit. Maybe we need to be shaken a bit sometime. That's what I mean. It's good to shake ourselves sometime, because we're a bit too discomfortable thinking we're comfortable. So maybe shake yourself a bit. The fruit will fall, and people will be able to eat your fruit. If you shake yourself, you will become more mature, probably. Also, a mature tree produce good fruits, right? A mature tree produce very sweet fruit. If the tree is young, sometimes the fruit is better. So let the tree within yourself grow. Have the courage to grow. That's a big thing. Having the courage to grow is not everybody that... but most people have no awareness that they're not growing up also. They have no awareness that they are in a baby state. So have the courage to grow. Wake the baby. I count to minimum 3 or 10, depending on the distraction, dilemma, and danger, etc. Then act. Works for me. Useless, reacted, because ego, which is instant to defend. Other than that, it's aum. Yeah, that's it. But like I say, once you become a little bit aware of the trap that you're in, again, you have to feel trap. If you don't feel trap here, you're probably never gonna want to move out the trap. Babylon, that's what it is. They set traps, not we set the trap a lot, and we set our own traps. I think that's the thing. We can blame again that Babylon, but you are Babylon, I'm Babylon. We're all part of this system, and instead of being the director, we're being the spectator. And we just look at the show, and we're not really involved in the game. We just look as spectator and look at the network of shared madness, and we're part of it most of the time. I think it's our awareness. It's very basic. Again, like I say, most people are caught up in astrology and all kinds of stuff. Like, I see people a lot wanting to know about the stars and this and that. But again, it's not something you have observed. Most people that talk about astrology on YouTube have never observed the stars to know what they're talking about. I will never talk to you about astrology. I cannot see the stars. First of all, I would have to spend countless hours outside with my own telescope and my own observation. Maybe if that is my passion one day, but it's not the kind of stuff that really passionate me. I look at it, I observe, but I mean, most people that talk about astrology, and that's a fact, and maybe you are an astrologer yourself listening to me, but have you observed the stars? Have you observed them all? Have you mapped the sky? What, you have mapped the sky and you're completely sure, 100% with certainty that all they tell you is true? And then that's what I'm saying. We take that knowledge that we've been told by other people without observing, and that's what we repeat. We repeat. Constant hamster wheel repeating nonsense. Because I'm not going to talk to you. I don't want to be an astrologer. The amount of, and again, I'm not blaming the one that do it. If it's your thing, go ahead, do it. But I'm telling you that, have you observed the stars? Even to talk about it, most people talk about stuff they have never observed. Observe and question. They just take what people say, they repeat. We're good to repeat. We're good parrots. On est bon pour répéter. Quand vient le temps de répéter, on n'est pas payé pour ça. Awareness, or war as seen, that's it. But it's awareness. Again, have you ever had a moment in life? Do you have a moment? And ask yourself, what is awareness? Just the words. Even the words, observe the words. The word aware, you are. Do you have a moment with life when each and every day is your life a mystery, like something like that? Wake up bigger passions for life each and every day, or it's just another day, another dollar. Maybe you don't have much a moment. If life for you is just another day, another dollar, and nothing else, like you have a very low level of awareness. Awareness, it's something you harness. Also, the awareness, you harness it. You harnessed it or something. I think there's a word like that, harness or something. Yeah. Anyway, simple. Again, it's very simple. Very simple. Don't waste your time so much trying to comprehend everything that outside of yourself, like the stars, the moon, the this, the that. But focus on observe it, question it. But I mean, you can only observe. I can only have a certain sense of observation from where I am on Earth. I mean, to tell you what the moon is, I would have to get there. To tell you what the sun is, I have to get there. Tell you what the stars are, I have to get there. Like, I see them, I can see them. Again, they're not that far, because think about it. You can see them in the telescope or a camera. They're not that far. That's another observation that I've made. They tell me it's million and million light years away. Okay? Okay. So if they're millions light years away, how can I see them even in the telescope? That doesn't make sense. But that's the kind of questioning you should have with that kind of stuff. But to say that what is the whole thing with the stars and all this? I think as above, so below a lot. And I think this is, we are the stars on Earth. It's us, the stars. We are the shining consciousness here, if we can activate it. Again, it's not automatic. You don't come in this world with consciousness. You come in this world with the body. You come in this world with the body. That's it. That's all. You're born dead with life. I'm confirming you. I'm divinely certifying that you're born dead with life. and that's a fact. So you better freaking wake up. You better freaking wake up, because I'm not the only one to have experienced that kind of feeling. And that's a feeling that I get each and every day, is that it's like a state of hypnosis. Like a state of hypnosis. So I have to move out that state of hypnosis. Yeah, for sure. Harness is a word to bring under. That's it. Harness. Harness to bring under control. Awareness. 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 You harness. You put under control. But you're being under control. We're all going so astray. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, that I have attained the road to redemption, and the I found Jesus Christ, or I nothing like that. I'm just like all of you guys that trying to just reason here and stay alive. I'm just staying alive. Like I'm staying alive. I'm very vital and vibrant and stuff, and that keeps me alive. So, and then I come and connect with the world, because it's a great world. It's a great people, and you're all good-hearted people. Me, come on, I have a deep desire always to connect, and I've never like this world. I'm not shy. That's not the feeling that I feel here. That being shy. How many people are shy? That's a feeling I've never experienced in my life. But why some people experience it? Why some people feel strong and some feel weak? That's something I observe too. I observe something with my being is that I've never been shy. So I have to do something. If I'm not shy, what am I going to do? If I can be bold, what am I going to do? That's it. That's I think a great question that should arise in anyone's brain. But harness, yeah, harness is harness, because you have a horse harness, the thing you put on a horse, the harness to bring it, and that's what you do. You bring it under control. Yeah. But also, horses, horses, they have those that tunnel vision. If you put them like we're all on the rat race, that's what we're all on the horse race with avec des ailleurs. On a toutes des ailleurs, là, c'est comme on regarde pas à côté. We're afraid to look on the side, to look there. Like we're going on this horse race, constant horse race avec des ailleurs sur le côté. Pas comment t'appelles ça, des ailleurs en anglais. Là. En français, c'est des ailleurs. Là. Ailleurs. I think eye blinder, the horse when they have stuff on the side. Maybe you guys know the word, but that's what we are a bit. It's just we don't have the strength of a horse. It's just we don't have the strength of a horse, but we can have that horsepower. We can feel the horsepower. Me, I feel that like I don't know, a 400 horsepower under my hood. Seriously, something big. I feel a lot of horsepower, but also I have decided to remove the blinder. So the blinders, they're called blinders, I think. I just said it before. Blinder. Yeah, I think they're called blinder. What the horse go with around the track. So they don't get distracted. Imagine they put this so they don't get distracted. Yeah. Bonjour, bonjour, Rose Tinted Monocle. Everybody. Evening, everyone. Bonjour, bonjour. Well, my friend, long time no see. Peut-être, hein? Peut-être. Maybe. I don't know. I'm always... I feel like I'm here often. I feel like I'm here often. Maybe it's been a while for you, but I feel like I'm here often. Yes, blinders, eh? That's it. So, yeah, it's time to remove the blinders and observe. That's it. And that's a day-to-day process. I think the observation will also it's a sense that you grow, and you want to be more like the more you observe, the more you want to observe, and that's what happened with me. The more I observe, also the more silent I become. I don't hear for sure. You're gonna hear me everything because this is the place I release my energy, and I found the place to do it, YouTube. So I'm going to keep doing it for sure, but I feel I'm very comfortable here. Like I say, it's my comfort zone. So you're going to see me here again, and again for sure. But what I was saying? I was talking about something. I forgot. You see, when I'm not focused, I go from ones. I miss you. Life was in the way. Yeah. Sometimes for sure things happen. We're all. But the beauty with YouTube, and that's what I've realized, is you can do live and it's recorded. I observed that one day, and I observed a lot of stuff with YouTube. Oh, YouTube, if you observe, but this is the thing we don't do when we go on YouTube. We don't observe because there's numbers on YouTube, eh? And suddenly I started to analyze the numbers and looking a bit. Yeah. Then I found but like I mean, anyone who start observing, stop looking. Don't just see, observe. Shut your mouth, watch your mouth, watch your mouth, and observe because you're gonna be on a big ride for something. Yeah. I call them rose-colored glasses. Yeah, rose-colored glasses. That's it. People have rose-colored glasses. It's like they live in a fantasy, and especially now, it's the big fantasy time. It's Babylonian Christmas. Babylon Christmas. That's the big fantasy, and everyone freaks out for that. They even put rose-colored glasses on their houses. It's always about being shy. What I observe about the people of this earth also is they want to shine so much on the outside, but so little on the inside. Like everyone is pretty much very filthy on the inside, but they want to shine on the outside. Like, what's the point? What's the point of even shining on the outside if you're filthy inside? Like, you want to clean, you want to wash the inside. We're all very focused. That's another observation on cleaning our houses, cleaning our cars, cleaning this, cleaning that, scrubbing this, scrubbing that. But when it comes time to scrub the inside, oh, whoa, that's another thing. that is for other people. It's not for me. We don't have nothing to scrub. Come on. Hey, come on. We're good-hearted people. Come on, we're doing good here. We all think we're doing good. Wake up. Wake up. I'm not saying that to hurt you. I'm not saying this to hurt you. I'm saying that to shake you so that your fruit can fall from your tree one day. Your fruit might be stuck. You don't come to maturity, your fruit will not ripe. I want you to come to maturity so your fruit of your tree can ripe and fall. And then people will eat your fruit and they're going to be sweet. And then everyone will be sweet and lovey and compassionate and this freaking place will change. Like, I don't think the tree will change, but the people will be more conscious, will be more, respectful of the beings of this earth. There will be, first of all, respecting but again, the animals, I don't know really who are the animals. That's another observation I make. Who are the animals? Really? Do you think it's the one that can speak or it's the one that speak? Often I wonder who are the animals because I see my dog being a lot more present, a lot more vibrant, a lot more like super love, genuine love than some people here. Some people's heart is so twisted and manic that we got to do something for that stuff. It should be about within. The outside is an illusion and will remain an illusion as long as you don't clean the inside. That's what I think. At one point, the illusion makes place for clarity. You know that, Mario. You have experienced it a bit also, just like me. Like at one point, I was saying, it's an illusion. Time's an illusion. But you need clarity on time. You need clarity on reality. You need clarity. We're all foggy in the brain without clarity, so make place for clarity in your life. That's so important, that clarity. If you observe, you will bring more clarity into your thinking. And at one point, the illusion in front of you will vanish. The veil will vanish. Everything, like you will feel the stuff. Feel natural. Not the non-natural vibe and illusion, confusion, and all the nonsense that goes with it. No. But clarity, and that's what we miss with our experience here. We have very foggy brains. Clarity and focus, Mario. You know that. How many times have we repeat that stuff? You know that, man. That's what we need. But that's where we're getting like the ones that put the focus. If you're focused, again, clarity, focus will bring you clarity. Not clarity will bring you focus, but the focus. So now you have to tune in. Now you want to be focused in life, you better freaking tune into the right frequency. Tune your freaking camera. That's a big job. Now you have to find the divine frequency. And once you focus on that one, boom, everything will come clear because you will see it from outside the frame. Now you're inside the frame. You try to keep focus. You try to focus on being in the frame. Like if you're close to an object, you will never be able to focus it. Like you need a microscope to do that. If you have a camera, we talk about the camera, you back up a bit, you focus, you're going to be able to focus on the object, on the topic, on whatever you want to achieve. But focus is a must. And then you start with focus, but at one point, it's got to be laser focus. And that's what you get from practicing that focus day after day, day after day. You become laser focused, and then it's super clarity. Everything comes clear. Like I have no more confusion, no more illusion. I can come and talk to you here for hours and hours and hours with being very, very centered to my senses and focus on reality and not on. You will not hear stuff that doesn't make sense here. I have reached that a bit of that common sense, so I'm trying to keep my sense and keep my common sense and yeah, and stay focused. And we need the right lens. That's it to reach the sixth sense. Yeah, but that's a bit observation. I think is part of that sixth sense. It will bring another. When you start observing with the heart, especially with the heart. But no, it's Tibetan Book of the Dead will sure wake one up. But we'll wake one up. I think waking up, like I said, we say you better wake up. No, people need people alive. It's not even, if you say wake up, that means you're asleep. Me, I say people are dead. I say people are living dead, so not even asleep. So I think it's really to bring yourself to life, to find your aliveness. And I think because I don't know, we don't for sure, like you might say you cherish life and all this and all that, but I don't think we really, first of all, life is much bigger than my life. So I'm focusing on life, on expanding my perception of reality. And yeah, and probably, if you find the right lens, like you say, you're going to be able to reach that focus. Change your lens. I don't know. It's like change a light bulb in there. Maybe you have a 10 watt, increase it to 1,000 watt. You'll have clarity again. You don't have enough light in there, too much darkness. That's basic stuff. It's basic. Are you living in the dark, or are you living very optimistic, uplifted, with positivity during your day and your life, or you constantly are negative with life? And all you see, you turn it into negativity. Or I don't know how people do this. I've never been like that. It's not my experience. I always took life and make the best out of it, even if I end up in shit. Or like I always seen lessons. But again, observe. Like this, life is a test. You're gonna have lessons. If you can't take the lessons, you're not gonna pass the test. So you better learn your lessons. Oh my, it's basic. Learn your lessons. Basic stuff. Can't we get to that basic stuff? Living dead or in the dark side, when we are the light, spark of fire. For sure, man. We are everything that this world has ever been waiting for. What are we doing? That's my question. I know what we're doing. We're distracted. Most of us watch TV and are distracted, heating up dogs and drinking Pepsi. So that's the world we live in. A world with people drinking Pepsi and eating up dogs. So it goes far. The madness and the obsession. But I think with enough, like with semi-consciousness, you don't even have to pretend you're super conscious. Just raise it a little, activate it a little, and you're gonna see. Shines isn't weakness, but shines. I mean, I'm being myself here. I don't know if I shine, but I'm being myself. I feel comfortable. I'm being myself. I'm telling. Like I always had a big mouth. It's not the first time I talk. Like I like to speak. I like to speak and encourage people to do good and to all the jobs I had. I was like that. I told you many of times. I always want other people to be better than me. Like, I want all you guys to do better than me. Like, it's not about me, and it's not about me being famous. I don't want to be famous. Because once you're famous, you have to be liked by people. I don't want you to like me. It's better if you don't like me. That means I'm doing something good. If you dislike me a bit, I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be to connect. But the like and the wants, and I know that is primary in people's life, and that's not in mine. So it's not about my like or what I want. It's about doing what's necessary, doing what's right. I'm not here to judge what's good or bad, but to do the things that are right. And I think we should all take it just like that. Do what's right, what feels right in your heart. I'm out. I'll be back next. Now it's what, Saturday here. So observe. My message tonight is, and I will come back with other observations that I make. Let's just don't want to keep you here all night. I can talk a lot, but I'm live each and every day, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever in the strong end. Maybe more 8 tomorrow. I put it for 8 a.m. tomorrow. But I'm on my other channel every day doing stuff like that, reasoning with you guys. And most of you are there, the ones that are here. But if you look for TRU-MON, is all. But I'm gonna come back here anyway. It's like I said, it's something I like to energize. So I like to energize what makes sense, not the nonsense. And people are, that's it, watching nonsense, and that's it. So Living Dead and Inspired, that's it, and watching nonsense. So that's it. People, I mean, you cannot stop them from watching nonsense. They have to realize themselves that they're watching nonsense. But I mean, self-awareness, observation, raise your self-awareness, observe more, stop judging everyone around you, stop being so judgmental. You've been there, probably done worse or better, or who knows. But don't judge, don't judge, don't respect people, and yeah, observe. Observe, and that's it. And that will bring questioning, and if you observe your own life, it should raise a lot of questions. The basic question, at least: who are you? Where are you? What are you doing here? What's your passion? There's a lot of questions that we have to ask ourselves before we ask the world. But ask yourself those great questions. And I'm writing a book presently, so soon you will see a book out. It's 33 keys to unlock your full potential. I'm writing that each and every day. Yeah, so it's doing good, doing good. I wrote a lot today. If we use the word wisely, it can be such an uplifting force. Words are like anything else. You need to observe them to resonate deeply with it. Once the words resonate with your heart and mind, it's a whole different feeling. The world is operating with words. With a level of maturity and consciousness, we can vibrate on a high level with those empowering words we use every day. We can create strong relationship with others if we remain aligned with our speech. I'm gonna add this here, with our speech, but the speech has to be also heard. Means raise your voice. My advice. I'm not telling you what to do. My advice. You will feel a lot better. That's an advice. I'm not telling you what to do. You do what you want with your life. I am responsible, and I have enough responsibility with my own. So I'm not here to judge you or you do, but I'm here to give you some advice according to my experience and what I've went through so far in life. And I still have a lot more to go through. So we're going to be together for a while, I think. So large up, much love, and that's it. I'll be back. I started this earlier. I said I was going to start at 6, but I started at 5:30. So if you just logged in, so, is here half an hour? No, I started earlier. But anyway, because I have something to do tonight. So, yeah. Large up. Stay focused. Increase that focus. Till your laser focus. Clarity. Boom. Merci, bonsoir. So, again, much love. And everyone in the chat. Mario, Rose, Tinted, Monac, I saw you all. Hold on. Will Evert. Bonjour, Will. Mendy, Bliss. Yeah, hearing the crickets at night. Wow, with all beings to find my place in the harmony crickets. Oh, I love so much the crickets at night. Is so here. I don't have them during the winter, but in the summer. Mario, you're gonna agree with this. I'm sure Mario, you're a cricket listener too. Mario feeds the squirrel like me and the birds, so I'm sure he listens to the cricket at night. And this is such a great sound. I don't think there's better music, honestly, than the crickets at night. You say that, hearing the crickets, but that's one of my favorite things. Outside at night is sitting on the fire, near the fire, and hearing the crickets, the sound in the forest. Observe, like I say, observe it with your ears also. Wow, you're great. Great, Bliss. Good night. Oh yes, I know you are. I know I could feel it. I'm like, Mario's a cricket listener too. If he feeds the squirrel, he listens to the cricket. And that's that's great. They're on Spotify. The crickets. Okay, I'm gonna check the cricket sound. Oh, you can have cricket sound like fire crack and stuff. I like these sounds, especially at night outside the fire cracking and the crickets and all the sound. And oh yeah, it's great. I love that. Great stuff. Why 33 step? No, but it's not really a Mason number. 33 step. This is because why I said 33? Because we have 33 vertebrae in our spine, and that's true. And I think it's a ladder you climb to your personal mastery. So I just took 33 also because it's a very sacred number. I think a lot of people can agree with that. It's not because of Freemason, or I did not even. It's not to confuse either. It's just I'm gonna explain it in the book why I say 33, but it's directly related to your spine and the 33 degrees, 33 steps you have to do. And once you do those steps that I say in the book, you can certainly achieve your personal mastery, reach your crown chakra. I don't know if these stuff resonate with you, but yeah, that's in that sense. But it's nothing related to a Freemason or yeah. Some people will say maybe, but I know. Like the name of the show here, TRU-MON show. Like there's a movie called TRU-MON show. People could easily refer me to GC, but I don't think it's the. It's not the what's important. It's the intention behind. My intention never been here to, and I'm not gonna avoid reality and my body and the all the stuff because they have act the knowledge and the to pervert it and to make you think that it's all evil. Like numbers are for everyone. How can anyone group claim a number? That's what I'm saying. But they have because that's what they do with the 666 with the 666 is you have six, I think six neutrons, six protons, six electron in your cells or something like that. I think that's where the 666 come from. It's all related pretty much to the body, but we related to the mark of the beast, to the market of the beast, the market. Numbers are for everyone. That's what I think. But it's the intention behind also. And if you know me, if you know what I'm doing here, you will know my intentions are very easy to perceive. Some don't. Some don't perceive but because they might not have see themselves also from the right light of compassion and all that observation. Maybe we need to observe a bit more, like I said. But that's it. I'm out, and I'll be back again tomorrow, 7 a.m. and here I'm on Byte Radio tomorrow night. So maybe Tuesday or Wednesday night here, something like that. You will see. Arthur, numbers can't control us. According to Arthur, numbers can't control. But if we let stuff control us, it's us. We give in a lot to we even give in to the mind control. Your mind, nobody will come and knock at your door to control your mind. You buy the device to let your mind be in control. So how can numbers and anything control us? Think about it. So if you let it control you, it's because you're giving into it. Like you'd have to take ownership for yourself, ownership for your life. That's it for yourself. So don't let anything control you. Numbers are numb. You will become numb. Numbers. If you all go by numbers and focus on nature, the leaves in the tree, the crickets, feeding the squirrel, feed the birds each and every day. Don't forget that. We know we're all on YouTube, but the birds need to be fed. So feed the birds, feed the squirrel, peanuts and stuff. Look at the sun, soak up the sun, observe. One thing I observe a lot is the sun also. Every time the sun is out, I'm sitting there and I'm soaking up the sun. And I love it in the winter because in the summer I can because the sun is directly over my house. in the summer, so I can't really. I have to go outside. I spend my days outside. But in the winter, it gets very cold, so sometimes I'm inside. But the sun is like down this way, so it shines all the way in here. So I'm always sitting in front of the window, and now I can even gaze at the sun like a full bloom in the sky. So not for super long, but long enough. Like I love to get this the rays penetrate my eyes. I love this. I love when the sun rays penetrate my eyes. That's yeah. Strong wheels are impenetrable. Boom. Live and direct. That's it. Willpower. Will avert. That's it, man. Roastington Manak. Will. Confused chatter. Bliss bliss. Large up. I'll see you all on the next episode. Until then, rise and shine. He's out. Boom.